Back in Chicago with one quick out. There's Joe Creedy out after the first pitch, grounding out to third base. Bill Miller over to Kevin Millar, and that's 13 in a row. Retired by John Burkett. It's time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question tonight. What three Red Sox played in the 1983 All-Star game at Comiskey Park? Jim Rice, Yaz, and Bob Stanley. Rice started in left field in that game for the Red Sox. Went 2 for 4 with a home run. Yaz was actually a pinch hitter. He actually pinch hit for Bob Stanley, who pitched 2 innings of scoreless relief. So all 3 of those Red Sox got into the game.
Way to go, Steamer. 2 innings. No runs.
And as we mentioned earlier, another former Red Sox player with a big part of that game, Fred Lynn. One down, Miguel Olivo grounded out to shortstop his first time. Strike 3. There's the 14th in a row, retired by John Burkett with his 6th strikeout of the night. Time now for the Heineken What's on Tap. Wednesday and Thursday left in this series. Thursday, a day game against the White Sox. Then it is on to Philadelphia. Interleague play continuing. UPN 38 is the first game inside Boston, Nesson outside. Fox National on Saturday, and we're back with you on Sunday with the day game and the finale of this road trip for the Red Sox against the Chicago White Sox and the Philadelphia Phillies. 2 down, and Willie Harris was 1 for 2. He led it off in the first inning with a double, the first of 4 consecutive doubles for the White Sox. They scored 3 runs with those 4 doubles. And since the last double by Ordonez in the first inning, John Burkett has retired 14 White Sox in a row, 6 by way of the K.
Well, by the way this thing started for Burkett, you didn't figure there was any way he'd be around here in the 5th inning with a chance to pick up a win.
Bunted foul by Willie Harris.
One thing he's done, Don, is, and we kind of mentioned it back in the first inning, he's gone to that big, slow curveball, and that's really thrown a lot of these Chicago hitters off balance.
A pleasant surprise for Grady Little after the way tonight began. Strike 3, 7th strikeout for John Burkett. We played 5. Boston on top 5-3.
Who cares what's in a hot dog? When diverse, cast-aside elements come together to form something great, that's the American way. No, sir. Far better to ask yourself, what are you made of? What spice do you add to the national knockwurst? What flavor do you contribute to the high life?
Fun is in, it's no sin, it's that time again to shed your load, hit the road on the run again.
Summer's in at your Toyota dealer, and you could save over $1,000 with 0% APR financing on 2003 Corolla Matrix.
Gotta go to it.
Or get your best summer deal on every new Corolla. Hurry, you've got to get to it. The Summer Fun Sales Event at your New England Toyota dealer now.
We see a mom and a CEO. We see Teacher of the Year. We see 400 employees in 3 years. A 23-city tour. We see the toughest reservation in town. And you reaching for the stars. At Microsoft, we stand in awe of you and your potential. It's what inspires us to create software that helps you reach it.
It's on to the top of the 6th inning. Trot Nixon, Bill Miller, and Jeremy Giambi face Bartolo Colon. Didn't look like he'd be around. And so we moved into the middle innings, but he has been back out there for the 6th. Gave up solo home runs to Kevin Millar and Trot Nixon in the 2nd inning. And then a 3-run home run to Manny Ramirez in the 3rd. And since then, he's not given up anything except for the double to Nomar Garciaparra. Nixon skies it, foul ground. Joe Creedy, third baseman and foul ground for out number 1.
Well, stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
Bartolo Colon has 7 strikeouts tonight. He struck out Bill Miller twice in the game. And Miller swinging and missing at the first pitch.
Also, the 7 strikeout for John Burkett. That is a new season high for him. His previous high was 6.
And Burkett is now retired 15 in a row. The 0-1 fouled back into the seats, right in behind the White Sox dugout. Miller fights it off, still 0-2.
Frank Petronzio tells me that Burkett's career high for strikeouts is 11. You've got a chance to get that tonight. You would have figured that in this game you'd have Burkett and Colon matching up with strikeouts.
Miller doesn't chase. 1-2. 96 pitches tonight for Bartolo Colon. So drawing closer to the 100 pitch mark. With 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Both pitchers calming down after early trouble in this one. And Red Sox had action in the bullpen. I don't think the Red Sox ever had action in the bullpen. Burkett was able to calm down after giving up the 4 doubles in a row. Foul back and below us.
Yeah, they did have a couple of guys just stretching out in that bullpen back in the 1st inning, but nobody actually did start the throw. I think at any moment they were expecting the call to the bullpen.
And the 1-2 again. Hard stuff up and in. Evens up at 2-2. Lengthy at bat for Bill Miller.
So the Yanks split a doubleheader today. They got beaten game 1 by Tampa Bay 11-2, but then came back and won the night game 10-2 over the Devil Rays.
Looks like Jeff Weaver got roughed up in the first game today. Giving up a few home runs. David Wells was scheduled for the nightcap. You see, Lou Piniella said that he would dye his hair if Tampa Bay would win 3 games in a row. It had to be a reasonable facsimile of the hair that he currently has now, so no reds or pinks.
So in other words, dye it back to its original color.
I guess that's what he's left them up to do, but he will dye his hair if they win 3 in a row. Just on a recent stretch where they had lost 7 in a row. Struck him out for the 3rd time tonight. Climbed the ladder to get it done. There's the 8th K for Bartolo Colon.
Well, get the Globe's award-winning sports coverage every day. Call 1-800-984-5335 for 50% off home delivery. The Boston Globe, your world unfolding daily.
down for Jeremy Giambi, who was 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out his last time up. Talking about motorcycle guys, I think Jeremy is also a motorcycle guy. I remember he in Sports Illustrated with his brother Jason on identical Harleys.
I'm not sure. I want to say Walker, too, because in spring training, there were about 3 or 4 of them that were constantly outside of the Red Sox clubhouse. And mostly from the new guys. I mean, I don't recall seeing any of those last season.
I still think the vehicle of the year, though, in spring training was Manny Ramirez's big Escalade, copper Escalade that he had there in spring training. The oversized SUV. Outstanding. Hopped up foul off the left side. 2-2. I forgot. This reminded him the truck about Shea Hillenbrand's oversized truck cab front. It was a cab of what would be an 18-wheeler that he turned into an SUV. A little over the top. Two and two to Giambi with 2 down in the inning. And a full count to Jeremy. Walked. Back in the second inning, struck out in the 4th. Jason Varitek waiting on deck. Got him. 9th strikeout for Cologne. A 1-2-3 inning. Red Sox still on top, 5-3.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Morning.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there? Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
I'm counting down.
Measuring traffic congestion.
Here we go.
Tickets for the Rat Boys now on sale. Call now. Pick up the phone. Call now.
One concert could generate hundreds of thousands of calls in an instant. At SBC, if we can handle hurricanes, floods, and earthquakes, we can handle the Rad Boys. Ready for anything.
Hello? Any more tickets?
SBC.
Buying an SUV? Here's one piece of advice. Yep, that's one piece. We designed Nissan Pathfinder as one single structure bound by 4,200 precision welds. If you want to find a rattle in this SUV, you better bring a baby. Get a $319 per month lease on new 2003 Nissan Pathfinders at your Nissan dealers. Strong.
Hank? Matt? Hey, man. How are you? How's it going? Well, this is Cindy, and we just got engaged.
Congratulations. Hank's a great catch. Of course, he was a great catch for 300 lucky ladies back in college, right?
Dude, you were the man.
Oh, I ran into Cheryl last Friday. Remember her?
She's hot. Still asking about you.
Just give her a call.
Knowing when to stop is a good thing.
You guys are getting married. That's cool.
Back in Chicago, Red Sox on top 5-3. And leading it off, D'Angelo Jimenez, who's 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the first inning. It's part of 4 doubles to the first 4 batters of the game, and John Burkett has sent down the rest since. Left up 17 strikeouts as he's retired. 17 strikeouts. He's 7 strikeouts. He's retired the last 15 in a row. Now 17 strikeouts. That'd be outstanding. The 1-1 foul down the right field line, and it's 1-2. 7 strikeouts, and he's retired the last 15 in a row. Burkett has not walked anybody tonight. Jimenez, Thomas, and Ordonez scheduled in the inning for the White Sox. In the air to left center field, shallow. Damon on the run, and Johnny will make the running catch. He got a good break and is able to run it down for out number 1. Let's go to Tom Caron. Tom.
Don, thank you. Michael Garcia-Parra taking in the game tonight, watching his brother play. You're playing single-A ball for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got that right. It's a long name, but that's what I'm playing for right now.
You know, the odds, and you and I were talking, of being able to see your brother play at all are pretty astronomical, what with your schedule and his schedule, so you had to be pretty excited when you had a couple days off here.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at our schedules earlier in the year, and there was a time we played Milwaukee. They played Milwaukee a couple days ago, you know, and I was playing the game at the same time, so it kind of worked out good, so I had this all-star break a couple days to come see him play.
Your brother's obviously been on a tear this season. Fun to watch?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to watch. You know, it's good baseball. He comes out, plays hard every day, just like we were taught, you know, and he's having a great year, so it's pretty exciting.
Now, you're a shortstop, too. I got to ask you, is it in the genes?
I guess so. You got to blame my dad for that. You know, he raised us to play every position, but, you know, they just stick us at shortstop, so we'll play whatever we're needed.
Back to work for you tomorrow, right?
Yeah, definitely. We have workout at 6 o'clock, so I got to get in a flight tomorrow morning and get back to it.
Great thing is they get a playoff spot for the first half of the season, so you guys have already clinched. Nothing like clinching a playoff spot in June.
Yeah, you know, it works. You know, you have a little bit less to worry about the second half, but, you know, as a team, you know, you want to do well, and as an individual, you want to do well, too, so we're pretty happy about clinching.
Good stuff. Michael, thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Michael Garcia-Parra with us here behind the Red Sox dugout. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. I saw him down there before the ball game, and there's a resemblance to Nomar. Now I know why.
Looks just like him, talks just like him. Sounds like him.
To look too far for advice from somebody who gets it done on a daily basis at the major league level. You have a brother like Nomar Garcia-Parra to draw from in his experiences. And a 1-2 to Frank Thomas. In there for strike 3. 8th strikeout for John Burkett. He just keeps mowing him down. Wow.
Yeah, and he's
not happy.
Not happy at all as Frank Thomas as he kind of breaks that bat on the way back to the dugout. Cut fastball from John Burkett, picking up the inside corner. At least that's what the umpire said. Frank Thomas does not agree. And crack.
He didn't get run.
Yeah, exactly.
Cooper was showing some patience. Maglio Ordonez swinging away, lining it to right. Back goes Nixon to make the catch on the track. John Burkett is retired 18 in a row. We played 6, 5-3 Boston.
Red Sox fans are...
At Mallside Discount, there are so many tools and tarps to choose from, you won't know where to start. Tools for the do-it-yourselfer, tools for industrial use, tools for the most demanding jobs, all at Mallside's deep discount prices. The walls are filled with hand tools and accessories like Black & Decker saw blades, drill bits, and router bits. Mallside Discount also has the area's best selection of tarps in sizes from 5x7 to 50x100.
Come into Trailside Discount, where we have all you want and more.
Trailside Discount is now open. For all you want and more, come visit Mallside Discount in Bangor and Trailside Discount in Newport.
Wake up and drive to Bangor's new road to value, the Haskell Road to Quirk Mitsubishi.
Wake up to the excitement of Mitsubishi Diamante, Eclipse, Galant, Lancer starting at just $12,900.
Wake up to a whole new world of SUVs.
Montero Sport, Outlander, and Endeavor four-wheel drive for as little as $18,900. Wake up to financing as low as 0% for up to 60 months or rebates up to $3,000 plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Wake up and drive to Bangor's new road to value, the Haskell Road to Quirk Mitsubishi.
I'm Ronnie Deutsch. I have settled IRS tax bills for only $20. $20!
Ronnie was able to help us settle this debt for only $20.
Saved me $34,000.
Saved me $10,000.
When she says that she can settle this for pennies on the dollar, she absolutely means it.
If you wait, you can lose your chance to settle for $20.
Call the law offices of Ronnie Deutsch at 1-800-895-9922 for a free and confidential tax analysis. Call 1-800-895-9922.
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Dodge, by Foxwoods Resort Casino, and by Rico. Well, some fireworks here in between innings are ready for the top of the 7th inning. 5-3 Red Sox on top. Big Hurt had more to say.
Yeah, you could see this coming as he goes by Cooper. The home plate umpire says something to him, and watch Cooper. You are gone.
Extended point. And then Frank got his 2 cents worth in before leaving. Eric Cooper really could have ejected him after he broke his bat after the strike 3 call right in front of him.
Yeah, I think Frank should have probably just gone ahead and passed him and walked out to first base, not saying anything, because all Cooper was doing was looking for a reason to throw him out after that.
Well, new first baseman, a familiar face, Brian Daubach, taking over after Frank Thomas was ejected. And the left-hander we saw warming earlier is into the ball game for the White Sox.
David Sanders making his 13th appearance for the White Sox. Called up at the end of April from AAA Charlotte. Last year spent the season at AA Birmingham and was a very effective pitcher at the AA level.
So Bartolo Colon tonight, going 6 innings for the White Sox. And giving up 7 hits, 5 runs, including 3 home runs. He walked 2 and struck out 9, and is on the hook as he departs. Veritek lifts it in the air to shallow left center field. Willie Harris is there for out number 1.
A Wednesday on Nesson. Tune into the Boston Globe Sports Plus featuring Bob Lobel and Bob Ryan. Plus Kevin Dupont goes one-on-one with Larry Lucchino. That's Wednesday night on the Boston Globe Sports Plus at 7 p.m. live at the Place, only on Nesson.
One down for Johnny Damon, who's 1 for 3 tonight. He singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Facing 23-year-old David Sanders. 6th round pick by the White Sox. Entering the 2003 season, he was listed as the 13th best prospect in the White Sox organization. And finds his way to the big leagues for the first time in his career. Last year, the AA level in Birmingham, spending 2 seasons with the Birmingham Barons, the AA club for the White Sox, made famous some years ago by Michael Jordan's stop. Damon stays alive, still 0-2. Todd Walker waits on deck as the Red Sox bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Damon fouls it off again, still 0-2. Well, the Red Sox have received marvelous pitching tonight by John Burkett after giving up 4 doubles in a row to begin his outing. And then really settling in. He's retired 18 batters in a row. Has 8 strikeouts tonight for the Red Sox, a season high for John Burkett. The 0-2. Damon lifts into the air down the left field line. Carlos Lee, fair ground. Now into foul ground to make the catch route number 2.
We don't have a promo to read, do we?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Seems like after every out we've been reading one tonight. We must have got backed up a little. It's missing something.
2 down for Todd Walker. 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd inning. We can get you one if you want one.
Well, I'm sure we'll come up with one.
Burkett pops it up foul. The catcher, Olivo, coming back, but he won't have a play. As his feet back into the seats. Red Sox and White Sox playing game 2 of the 4-game series tonight. Tomorrow night it'll be Tim Wakefield against Esteban Loaiza, who's been outstanding this season. Loaiza will get the start tomorrow night for the White Sox, 9-2 with a 2.24 earned run average. And he's been part of what has been not a bad season for the White Sox from a pitching standpoint. Two lofted foul off the left side. Well, the final game of the series, a day game. And Derek Lowe will get the start for the Red Sox in the final game of the series against right-hander Dan Wright. Popped up into shallow right center field from right field. There to make the catch is Ordonez, and the Red Sox go in order. 7th inning stretch, 5-3 Boston.
You want the best values in America? Well, they're here now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive,
where you'll find our best products.
Like Dodge Caravan, with over 32 standard features and available bucket seats. And our best deals. Get up to a $3,500 cash allowance or 0% APR financing for 60 months on Caravan.
All with Dodge's 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Let us prove we got the best values in America. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today.
Excuse me, that ATM just ate my card, and I have to be on a plane in an hour.
Let me see what I can do.
Miss? Yes?
Just must have gotten a little jam.
Okay.
Your car should be coming right out.
Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a nice trip.
I'd like to make a transfer, please. Hello?
Has anybody checked the interior?
Some of the finest leather I've ever seen.
Premium leather?
Power rear door.
Rear seat DVD entertainment system.
Entertainment system?
And navigation.
It's a camera. It's a rear view camera.
Introducing the entirely new Lexus RX 330. Putting the world on notice. Again. At Inskip Lexus.
Bottom of the 7th inning back in Chicago. Carlos Lee, Jose Valentin, and Paul Konerko to face John Burkett, who's sent 18 in a row down. White Sox have not had a base runner since the 1st inning. As this is line foul back into the seats, 1-1. Burkett trying to secure his 5th win of the year as he comes into tonight's outing with a 4-3 record. And jumps ahead of Carlos Lee.
And since that 1st inning, he hasn't made many mistakes at all. He's been on the corner with just about everything.
Eight strikeouts for John Burkett. Full count now to the leadoff hitter Carlos Lee. In the air to center, Johnny Damon coming on, but it'll fall fast in for a base hit. Raking up a string of 18 in a row, retired Carlos Lee with the first base runner for the White Sox since the 1st inning.
Little bloop out towards center field by Carlos Lee, and it kind of changes the way things have gone in this game for the White Sox. Getting a base hit. Once again, that cut fastball from John Burkett, and no chance at all for Johnny Damon on this pop-up. So the first hit for the White Sox in back since Ordonez had one back in the first inning, the 4th double of the first inning.
Here's Jose Valentin, who's been a strikeout victim twice tonight.
Action down in the Red Sox bullpen for the first time tonight. I believe it's Timlin. If he would just step to the right or left of that pole, we could tell. Yeah, that's got to be Timlin.
Evens up at 1-1 to Valentin. The Red Sox with a 2-run advantage with Chicago batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. On the ground right side, Walker has trouble getting it out of the glove, and they do get the lead runner. Slowly hit. Would have been tough to turn the double play, but Walker had a little trouble getting it out as well. They do get the lead man in Carlos Lee.
Yeah, even if he's clean with this, I doubt very much they're going to get the double play. Had to go to a couple of steps to his left, and Valentin runs pretty well down that line. Here's a bad throw that's down, and you can see clearly Lee was going in to clean out Garciaparra. Couldn't get a handle out of that glove. That's a good slide. That's a good clean slide because he could make contact with the bag with his hand.
They do get rid of the lead man and Carlos Lee. Valentin at first, and here's Paul Konerko. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's popped out to second and struck out looking. The Red Sox bullpen is busy with Mike Timlin up in the pen. The White Sox have 2 pitchers up, as they have a pair of right-handers warming in the bullpen. Burkett's longest outing of the year was the complete game loss against Anaheim, in which he went 8 innings on the 26th of April. As he works here in the last half of the 7th inning with 1 away. Misses away, and it's 2-1. It was a very impressive outing last night for Tom Gordon, who is back up in the White Sox bullpen, joined by Rick White. We may get our second look of the series at Flash Gordon in this one. Big looping curveball for a strike and a snap throw to first that's not in time.
Good time to try to throw that pickoff over there too, because of the slow curveball, that gives that base runner a couple of more steps towards second base. Burkett from his knees, but not quite in time to get Valentin.
Valentin back in plenty of time. Tom Burkett, who's actually won 3 of the last 4 decisions that he's been involved with. Wins against Anaheim and Cleveland prior to the victory against St. Louis last time out. Last time he took over with a 9-0 advantage. 2-2. Strike 3. 9th strikeout for John Burkett. 2 down.
Once again, John Burkett painting the outside corner. I'll tell you what, too, Cooper behind the plate has been just what the doctor ordered tonight for John Burkett. He's giving him those calls on the corner. And not only away, but also inside. That's when he got Frank Thomas on. That caused Thomas to get ejected from the game.
For Burkett to be successful, I mean, he lives on those corners. He needs that.
Oh, yeah. He needs a guy that's pitcher friendly, as we call it.
And Eric Cooper has been that. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Valentine at first. And Joe Creedy 0 for 2. He's popped out to second, grounded out to third base. Popped up, fouling out of play and behind the Red Sox dugout.
Oh my goodness. Big fella went back about 3 rows, and I thought he was going to wipe out about 5 people trying to get that one.
You end up getting the baseball?
No.
Valentine at first as Millar holds him on. Big looping curveball, and again a snap throw down to first base, and again Valentine back safely. Varitek with his second bid. He's got the open throwing lane with the right-handed hitter in there.
It's interesting watching Valentine take his lead. He takes it to the infield side of the first base bag, and sometimes that gives the look to the pitcher that you don't have a real big lead over there at first base. Guys that take their lead to the outfield side of the bag, when a pitcher peeks over there, it looks like they're way, way off the bag. But I've never seen a guy really in that close. We're also taught when you're going back, diving back, to dive to the outfield side of the bag, so that makes that tag longer for the first baseman.
Two missing, evens up at 2-2. And that just missing. Varitek held it there for a moment. It's a full count to Creedy, and with 2 outs in the inning, Valentine will be off at first base. Remember, Joe Creedy was the hero last night with his 3-run shot off Ryan Roop. Ball 4, and just the first walk of the night from John Burkett.
Looks like Olivo is being called back to the dugout. Grady Little out to the mound. Certainly Timlin ready in the bullpen.
Well, Burkett has done a very good job tonight after a very shaky beginning to his outing. And in one stretch, retiring 18 in a row. He has struck out 9 tonight. And has just walked his first batter of the evening. And it will be the last batter that John Burkett faces tonight. So he leaves, and Mike Timlin being summoned from the bullpen here with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox on top 5-3.
You want the best values in America? Well, they're here now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
Where you'll find our best products.
Like Dodge Caravan, with over 32 standard features and available bucket seats. And our best deals. Get up to a $3,500 cash allowance or 0% APR financing for 60 months on Caravan.
All with Dodge's 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Let us prove we got the best values in America. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today.
We got the best score.
With Comcast digital phone service, you get unlimited local calling.
No, what do you want to do?
Yeah, great rates on long distance.
How is the weather in Florida?
And all the best features like caller ID and call waiting.
Hold on, have another call.
Plus, all your calls appear on one convenient bill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe you ought to get...
Sign up today and get 1 month of local service on one line for $1. So go ahead, make the call. Comcast digital phone service. A great value in local and long distance.
Welcome back to Chicago. 5-3 Red Sox in the bottom of the 7th. Our Citizens Bank, not your typical fans, Linda and Mary Beth, out here celebrating your 50th birthdays.
Yeah. Hi.
What are you guys doing?
Well, we're
Okay, there's an interruption. Why don't you tell me? You got a lot going on the next couple of days. You were telling me before. This is really an action-packed couple of days. You woke up at 3 o'clock this morning.
That's right. And we've done some sightseeing, and we're here at the game. We're going to see Oprah tomorrow. I can't wait. And,
But you don't have tickets to Oprah.
No, we don't. No. We're going to show up at 6 in the morning and hope for the best.
You're going to go wait in line.
Yeah, she doesn't know it, but we're going to have a great time with her.
Could you call her?
Oh, I'd love to. But you know what? We're going to be there early in the morning. It's Oprah all the way. I love her.
And you wanted to say hello to Jerry Remy, right? From everybody from Children's Hospital.
Good. Our Rem dog. Yeah. He's the nicest. He really is.
Yes, he is.
Oh, I love him.
And you guys are our Citizens Bank, not your typical fans. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tom, thanks very much.
Looks like they're painting the town on their birthdays, huh?
Sounds like it. Red Sox with the new pitchers. John Burkett has gone 6 2/3, giving up 5 hits so far, responsible for the 2 men on. And 3 runs that he gave up. Here's Mike Timlin.
Timlin making his 30th appearance, his last coming on Sunday against the Astros. 2 innings in that game. A couple of hits, no runs, did have 1 strikeout. He has been outstanding over his last 3 or 4 outings.
Armando Rios to pinch hit here for Miguel Olivo, and he promptly grounds it to second base. Todd Walker throws to first, and 1 pitch, and Timlin gets out of the jam. We played 7, 5-3 Boston.
And now with a late-breaking story, here's Suzanne.
Thanks, Tom. As the volcano continues to erupt, we take you live to correspondent John Ryland, who's at the scene. John, what's the situation?
Suzanne, as you can see behind me, the lava is covering an area of about 2 square miles. It's a bad situation, but I do have good news.
What's that, John?
I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The Hyundai Santa Fe, a comparison. More standard features than a Toyota RAV4. All for over $1,000 less when comparably equipped. And only the Santa Fe is protected by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Looks like we have a winner. Test drive the Hyundai Santa Fe, nicely equipped for just $17,044 at your Hyundai dealer. Hurry in and get a 2003 Santa Fe with $1,000 cash back or 0% APR at your local Hyundai dealer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize again for the delay, but our gate is still not available. However, should we experience any excessive boredom here on the tarmac, disco balls will drop, and the sounds of Le Freak, C'est Chic will fill the cabin. Always be sure to get your groove thing on first before assisting others. Thank you for your patience.
Discover your inner spin-off responsibly.
Skill. Skill is doing what others find impossible. Hamill, Waxler, Allen, and Collins. Personal injury law.
Back in Chicago, Red Sox have the 5-3 lead. Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis. Hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
Well, some changes for the White Sox. In fact, their entire battery is changed. In behind the dish now, Josh Paul takes over after Armando Rios hit for Miguel Olivo. And the new pitcher, the well-traveled right-hander Rick White.
Last year with Colorado and St. Louis. This year signing with Chicago. We've seen him in Tampa. He's been around with a few different teams, making his 21st appearance of the season.
Omar Garciaparra 1 for 3 tonight. This is sent foul off the right side. David Sanders, the second pitcher used tonight by Chicago, working a perfect top of the 7th inning, sending down the Red Sox in order. And 3 flyouts in relief of Bartolo Colon, who went the first 6 innings tonight, giving up the 5 runs that the Red Sox have and 7 hits. just sends it deep to center field. Willie Harris going back onto the track to make the running catch and bang into the wall. What a great catch from Willie Harris.
Now, we got a great jump on this ball from Garciaparra, and also Harris has very, very good speed. Once again, Nomar hitting it right on the button. And Harris, the center fielder, back, the catch, and then braces himself as he crashes in, fortunately for him, into that padding they have out there in center field. Another step to his right, he would have been hitting that chain link fence. Nomar, of course, extended his hitting streak to 10 games when he got that double back in the 5th. 21st hitting streak of 10 games or more for Garciaparra in his career.
One down for Manny.
Yeah, I was thinking those ladies are going to go see Oprah. They're going to camp out at, what, 6 o'clock?
Yeah.
I wish they'd take Walter with them because he's been driving me nuts to go see her.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't get it, you know, to be honest with you.
You're not a big Oprah fan yourself?
He's like crazy about her, and I just don't understand. Been driving me nuts ever since we've been in Chicago. Go with the ladies.
He has been whining about it.
Ever since Oprah blew him off here like 2 years ago, he asked for an autograph and she wouldn't sign.
Really? Right here at the park?
Right. No, well, in Chicago. We saw her downtown. And he still wants to go. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I think you got to go hang out with the ladies at 6 o'clock and just kind of wait for a ticket, because I'm not going. Ever since she blew him off, forget it.
1-1 popped up foul. On the move at first base, Brian Daubach, but that's well back into the seats.
Her husband was very nice, or I don't know, is her husband
Stedman. Whatever.
Yeah, he was very nice. He signed for Wally, but Oprah just said,
Oprah had no time for Wally.
Little green man, leave.
Small green fellow, I have no time for you.
Shoo, shoo, get away from me. I'm Oprah. Still smiling at the little guy, you know. Got a massage there at the hotel.
Really?
Put it on Nesson's tab.
Two missing to Ramirez, 2-2. Manny with a home run in the 3rd inning. It was a 3-run shot that gave the Red Sox a 5-3 lead. The Red Sox with 3 home runs tonight. Millar and Nixon back-to-back. Grounded sharply to Joe Creedy at 3rd. And Ramirez is out number 2.
Red Sox season ticket holders, don't forget to activate your new SmartFan account today. With SmartFan, you can sell tickets to games you cannot attend. To activate, go to www.smartfan.net.
Well, 9 in a row now retired by White Sox pitchers. Ramirez was the last Red Sox hitter to reach when he walked in the 5th inning. It's now 2 down in the 8th, and here's Kevin Millar, 2 for 3 tonight, a home run, a double, and he's grounded into a double play. Back to we had Gina Millar on while her husband was unfortunately grounding into a double play. She didn't quite cheer for him like some of the other wives have done on our telecast. She didn't seem to care. This one is softly grounded back to the mound. Rick White has it and throws Millar out to end the inning. A 1-2-3-8. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Boston.
When we designed the Nissan Altima, we put our foot down and came up with a thrilling Nissan engine, a class-leading oversized interior, and a breakthrough design. And now, just announced, the 2003 Nissan Altima with a $219 per month lease. Nissan Altima.
You're losing your hair, and you haven't ordered Avacor yet? Hi, I'm Derek Cope, race car driver and TV analyst. To do your best, you need to look and feel your best. When I started noticing my hair thinning, I decided to take action. I explored various options, and I found the Avacor system. The experts at Avacor told me that hair loss is caused by a body chemical called DHT that stops your hair from growing. Avocor has an all-natural DHT blocker, and its topical physician's formulation starts your hair growing again. It worked for me. It's about confidence and the desire to win. Avocor does that.
Join the tens of thousands of satisfied customers who have reversed their hair loss with Avocor. It's guaranteed. Call 800-817-0982. Now you can use Avocor risk-free for 1 full year. It's guaranteed. Call 800-817-0982. That's 800-817-0982.
If you missed Sports Plus Wednesday night, you missed great sports talk and a whole lot of this.
Right now, they're the St. Louis Rams of baseball.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? That's right. But I'm glad you brought up that analogy. There's going to be days, we saw in New Orleans a couple years ago, where the Rams only scored 17 points. Right. There are going to be days where these bats are going to go cold. Pitching is a constant. Defense is a constant.
The Boston Globe Sports Plus, sponsored by Sam Adams, Wednesday night at 7 on NESN.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back in Chicago. 5-3. Red Sox on top. It was the top of the White Sox order. Willie Harris lead it off. D'Angelo Jimenez. And Brian Daubach scheduled to bat in the inning. Willie Harris with a double in the first inning. Fly to right in the second. Struck out looking in the fifth. And on the grass at third is Bill Miller. In case Harris entertains any thoughts of bunting, he's swinging away, and it's 1-2.
You should find it a little bizarre that they have the attendance quiz on while one of their hitters is at the plate.
Yeah, I did actually. I was kind of watching it myself.
I mean, the focus should be on the player, I would think, who's hitting and not guessing tonight's attendance.
Practice that normally takes place in between innings. Chopped up over the mound. Walker on the backhand's got to get it there in a hurry, and just does. Much to the chagrin of Willie Harris on a bang-bang play at first.
Well, he must have been out because there was no argument from the first base coach. A very close play. He's got great speed getting down that line. Now, there's that little jump. He didn't say anything to the umpire. It's almost like Timmons was waiting for him to say something. That's where infielders have to know the speed of the runners. You have to know how hard the ball's hit, how fast they run, and how quickly you got to get that ball to first base.
One down, D'Angelo Jimenez. 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled and scored a run in the first inning. So foul off the left side, 0-2. Damian Jackson taking over in left field for Manny Ramirez. Didn't look like any kind of injury for Manny. And Jackson taking over defensively in left field. Ramirez had grounded out in the 8th inning in his last at bat, and replaced in the outfield by Damian Jackson. 0-2 to Jimenez, and it's 1-2. Angelo Jimenez, originally Yankees property. Saw him last year in San Diego. Came to the White Sox last season. Back here again for his second year with Chicago. Up and away, evens up at 2-2. He was obtained by the White Sox from San Diego in exchange for outfielder Alex Fernandez and minor league catcher Humberto Quintero, July 12th of last year. Reached the big leagues for the first time with the Yankees in '99, playing in 7 games. Continued action in the White Sox bullpen. Jordan had been up earlier, is not up anymore. Gary Glover. And Damaso Marti, who has closed some games for the White Sox. He has a few saves under his belt. And a full count now to D'Angelo Jimenez, who is down 0-2, and he's worked the count full. Jimenez was traded from the Yankees to the Padres for pitcher Jay Witazik. He's bounced around a little bit. The payoff pitch from Timlin got him. Strikeout for Mike Timlin, the first of his outing, and there's 2 down. Let's take a look at the game summary. As John Burkett, 6 2/3, giving up 3 runs. They all came among the first 4 batters who hit doubles to lead off that bottom of the first inning. And Burkett, 20 of his last 22, including 18 in a row. Ramirez with a 3-run shot to give the Red Sox the lead after Millar and Nixon went back-to-back. Boston was dealing with a 3-run deficit then, made it 3-2, and then Manny's 3-run home run makes it 5-3 as we play here with 2 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Brian Daubach came into the game last night as a defensive replacement at first base for Frank Thomas. Comes on tonight after Frank Thomas was ejected from the game after arguing a strike 3 call. He's back in the 6th inning. Daubach this year has seen limited time with the Chicago White Sox. A chance for him to come to his home state of Illinois to return home, but it has not been a perfect fit for him with guys like Paul Konerko and Frank Thomas ahead of him at first base. And Daubach with under 100 at bats. This is his 78th at bat of the season. And an appearance in only his 40th game of the year as he fouls it off the left side.
Not much action out there this offseason for guys like Daubach, who players in that category. And it was almost like take what you get, sign what you can. And the opportunity came up for him here with the White Sox, a minor league contract, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way a lot of guys of his ilk had to sign during the offseason, was as minor league contracts, hoping to make the ball club. And he did make the ball club. And certainly not the playing time that he's been accustomed to. Fouls it straight back, 2-2. It always seemed like every year coming into the Red Sox season that there was always someone kind of ahead of him. Last year, remember Tony Clark? Everybody envisioned Tony playing every day. Well, Brian Daubach again with another fine season and playing regularly. Just seemed to work out for him every year. It has not worked out for him here in Chicago so far. I'll tip back to the backstop. Here's something I want to ask him about. We'll get a chance tomorrow. He became the first White Sox player since Ray Durham in '96 to steal home on April 27th against Minnesota. One thing we've seen from Brian Daubach is power, but stolen bases is not something we've seen a lot from him. But he stole home.
That had to be a double steal, I would think.
I think so. The back end of one, the 2-2. We'll miss away, and it's a full count now to Daubach. Lengthy at bat against Timlin. There's only 5 career stolen bases in his career in 8 attempts. He's been a defensive replacement in 5 of the last 6 games now. And lifts the payoff pitch, foul down the third baseline. Out of the reach of Bill Miller.
Always a strange feeling for a guy that has spent some time with one club and then facing them for the first time. You look out in the field, you see a bunch of guys that you've been playing with for the last couple of years, and all of a sudden you're on the other side, and it's a very, very strange feeling. It takes a while to get over. To right, Nixon heading over, and that ball is gone.
Has to feel pretty good for Brian Daubach. Just his second home run of the year as he takes it out of the yard to right. And it's a one-run ball game now, 5-4.
And that's exactly what you want to do when you face the club. Not only is it strange, but when you can do something like this, there's a little extra push, a little extra jump in that step for Daubach. He's smiling. He can't help but smile when going around those bases.
Ordonez. It's a one-run game now, 2 down in the 8th. Ordonez doubled in the first. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Strike 2, and Timlin jumps ahead 0-2. 19,887 on hand here tonight for game 2 of the 4-game series between the Red Sox and White Sox. Burkett starting tonight for the Red Sox. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 9. Mike Timlin taking over with a 1 pitch to get to the final out of the 7th inning. Back out there for the 8th. Timlin getting Harris to ground out, Jimenez to strike out. Brian Daubach with a solo home run to right field. Well, the 0-2 to Ordonez. Line to right, and that will fall for a base hit. Nixon very deeply situated in right. And the White Sox have the tying run on with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, it's been silent movies for the White Sox since back in the first inning, but all of a sudden they come alive with the Daubach home run. Dave Wallace is going to go out to have a conversation with Timlin. There is action in the bullpen. I believe it's Brandon Lyon that's loosening.
Lee will be the next hitter as Dave Wallace finishes up his conversation with both Mike Timlin and Jason Varitek. The Red Sox won game 1 of the series here last night. And a 3-0 lead tonight that went by the boards, and it's a 5-4 Red Sox lead. The tying run at first base for Chicago. And Carlos Lee standing in. In the air to center field. Johnny Damon there for out number 3. The White Sox get a run and get within a run. It's 5-4 Boston at the end of 8.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Good morning.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there?
Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
Presenting the Lincoln Mercury SUV. They're powerful, innovative, and like Lincoln Navigator, winning. The Boston Globe named Navigator Best in Class full-size SUV. Adding the Navigator's beautiful interior alone should give the European manufacturers pause. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months, or choose cash back up to $3,750 on Mountaineer, $3,000 on Navigator and Aviator. See your New England Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Crown Royal on the rocks, please.
You know, they say when you're blind, all your other senses become heightened.
left likes me.
You want the best values in America? Well, they're here now at the Dodge Summer Sales Drive.
Where you'll find our best products.
Like the powerful Ram 1500 with an available 5.7-liter Hemi. And our best deals. Get a $2,500 cash allowance or 0% APR financing for up to 60 months on Ram.
All with Dodge's 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Let us prove we got the best values in America. Hurry to your Dodge dealer today.
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford dealers, and by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth's, where you don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one. A leadoff single for Trot Nixon off the new pitcher, Tommaso Marte.
30th appearance for Marte. He is got a record of 2-0. Very impressive numbers in 27 innings. Only 17 hits, make it 18 now with Nixon's hit. 30 strikeouts, and opponents have been hitting 177 off the lefty.
So Nixon at first base to begin the inning. Bill Miller has struck out 3 times tonight. He turns around to bat from the right side against a left-handed pitcher, Marte. All 3 strikeouts were against the starting pitcher tonight, Bartolo Colon, who struck out 9 over 6 innings of work.
I thought we may see Miller bunting here to try to advance Nixon in the scoring position. Only a 1-run lead now for the Red Sox.
Looking down to Mike Cubbage.
It's almost like he's looking down expecting that sign.
Showing bunt and taking ball 2, 2-0. Cubbage will go through another series of signs here.
Which hand do you think is hot, the right one or the left one?
I'm going with the left one. Less
so?
action on the left side.
I don't agree.
You think right?
Cubby's a right-hander, right?
Yeah. Line to left field. Carlos Lee moving over. That's going to get down and get by him to the wall. Nixon scampering towards third. He'll get there on the double by Bill Miller. And the Red Sox have 2 in scoring position with nobody out.
Strange, I'll tell you. Guy strikes out 3 times against Colon. Gets a chance now to hit against Marte, the left-hander, and right down that left field line for the double. So the Red Sox right back. 2 men in scoring position, trying to get some insurance as they hit to the 9th.
The 25th double of the year for Bill Miller, who leads the major leagues in that category. The infield in all the way around for the White Sox now. Jeremy Giambi, who walked in the 2nd inning, struck out in the 4th, and again in the 6th inning.
As far as right-handed hitters on the bench, you have Mirabelli, of course, your number 2 catcher. Then Freddie Sanchez, the other right-hander. Ortiz from the left side.
Marte down again, 2-0. Up behind Bill Miller before Miller doubled down the left field line. And a 2-0. Giambi taking all the way for the strike. Marte, 28 years of age, from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. In 1 now to Giambi. Marte last year in his first year with the White Sox finished up at 1-1 with a pretty good ERA. 2.83 his earned run average in 68 appearances out of the White Sox bullpen. Ball 4 to Giambi. He draws his 2nd walk of the night, and the bases are loaded.
Well, this has not been very impressive. Nixon, a lefty, leads off, gets a base hit, the double, and then another lefty, Giambi, walks him to load the bases.
And Don Cooper, the pitching coach for the White Sox, out to talk to his left-handed pitcher. White Sox have further action in the pen. A right-hander's up in the White Sox bullpen. It's Glover, who had been up a few innings ago.
Well, keep cool as the summer heats up. Sport your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic caps, jerseys, T-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
So bases loaded, nobody out. And a chance here for the Red Sox to grab some insurance on top by a run here in the top of the ninth. And Varitek taking the bender for a strike. Varitek from his number 9 spot in the Boston order, 0 for 3 tonight. Strikeout, ground out, and a flyout. In the air to center field. Billy Harris going back. This should be plenty deep enough. Right in front of the track to make the catch. Tagging from third and scoring an insurance run comes Trot Nixon. And the Red Sox lead it 6-4. Tagging from second and hitting to third is Bill Miller on the long fly ball to deep center field for Varitek.
Talk about productive outs. You get that extra run home to give yourself a 2-run lead, and you also get Miller to third base with less than 2 outs. I'm telling you, Varitek didn't miss that by very much. He didn't miss hitting out of this ballpark. Right to the warning track out there in center field. Have we seen a squeeze yet this year?
No.
Think Damon to try it?
No. Damon takes strike 1. Looks down to Mike Cubbage. Damon with a single in the 3rd inning. Scored a run. He's 1 for 4. Bill Miller rechecking with Cubbage. Throw over to first base. Miller kind of turned around and was talking to Cubbage as he was heading down the third base line.
If you're going to see a squeeze, you don't usually see it 0-1. Here it comes.
Here he goes, the squeeze. It's down the first base line. In from third comes Miller. Damon's out at first.
Thank you.
The squeeze to perfection.
Thank you very much.
7-4.
Because that is an absolute perfect time for it. You just get another run to make it 6-4, okay? You got a nice, comfortable lead. You got a man on third base. Lefty against lefty. Squeeze. Beautiful. And what a job by Damon. This ball almost hits him. If he doesn't bunt that ball hits him right in the kitchen. Instead, he gets it down, keeps it in fair territory. The Red Sox pick up an extra run. Very nice. And a great job by Damon.
Now Todd Walker pops it up in the infield down the first base line. Dahlbach will make the catch to end the inning. But the Red Sox come up with 2 insurance runs and lead it 7-4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the technology offensive has begun. Laser-guided adaptive cruise control, a rear-view camera, suspension that lowers at speed, headlights that turn to illuminate your path on curves.
Enough. So, what do we do now?
Introducing the entirely new Lexus RX 330. Putting the world on notice again.
What do we do now?
At Inskip Lexus.
Bob, do you know you're driving your competition to drop the prices?
I've been warning them and warning them that furniture shopping will never be the same.
I know, but now you've got them in panic mode.
Does that make me a bad person?
No, if you can deliver something like this for $7.99. Ooh, is this a... Ooh, vibration.
Dual massage.
Ooh, console.
Built in.
No way, is there...
Check it out.
Oh, heaven. Oh, this is good.
She's all you'd ever want. She's the kind I'd like to pump and take to dinner. But she always goes to place. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a winner. She's a lady. Oh, 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 she's a lady. She's a
The Hyundai Sonata, ranked most appealing entry midsize car. More standard features than a Toyota Camry LE, including a V6 engine. All for over $2,400 less when comparably equipped. Add in America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and you win. Test drive the Hyundai Sonata starting at just $14,999 at your Hyundai dealer. Hurry in and get a 2003 Sonata with $1,000 cash back or 0% APR at your local Hyundai dealer.
7-4, the Red Sox have the lead as we go to the bottom of the ninth. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Bottom of the ninth inning, 7-4. Red Sox on top as they grab 2 more in the top of the ninth. Brandon Lyon on here for the bottom of the ninth inning.
Brandon Lyon making his 30th appearance. He's got 7 saves, and he is 7 for 7 in save opportunities. His last outing Sunday against Houston, a couple of innings in that game. That was a long one. Man, I never thought we were going to get out of it.
Valentine lifts it in the air to left. Damian Jackson there for out number 1.
One more look at that squeeze play by Johnny Damon. As a runner at third base, you have to wait till that arm starts to go forward. That's when you take off. And I got to tell you, Johnny Damon put one heck of an effort on that because that ball was directly at his stomach. That's why you don't usually squeeze 0-1 because, you know, that's a pitch that the pitcher can make a nasty pitch on. Usually 1-0 is a pitch that you do it, but that time they elected to do it on the 0-1, and Damon made it work.
I should have known better than to disagree with you. I rarely disagree with you, but
let me tell you, Don, don't lose any sleep over it tonight.
One down for Paul Konerko.
Hey, sometimes you get a feeling, you know, and this kind of game, the way things are going, it's a good time for it. You got the other team back on their heels. You know, they just go down by 2. It's deflating. Well, deflate them some more. Put on a play. I'd like to see that kind of baseball.
The reason I didn't think it was going to happen, Grady's not done it.
We don't need to hear why. We don't need to hear why.
You don't want excuses as to why I didn't agree with you? Grady hasn't done it.
You're exactly right.
He hasn't done it at all.
He doesn't. It's not usually part of his game.
The last time the Red Sox have done it, July 18th of 2000 versus Montreal, Darren Lewis getting it down. Bernard Gilkey scoring from third, July 18th of 2000.
Was that Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he better strike this guy out because I already put a K down. I don't know what I'm thinking here.
You're getting carried away.
I thought that was strike 3.
1-2 to Konerko. In the dirt, evens up at 2-2. Mike Timlin went an inning and a third, giving up 2 hits and a run. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 1. John Burkett, pitcher of record for Boston, trying to pick up his 5th win. Lined and caught. Nomar Garciaparra. 2 down.
Now 2 big runs for the Red Sox in the top of the ninth. Really gives a whole different feeling to that dugout at Chicago. They knew they got to do a lot more offensively to get back into this ball game. Soft line drive, Garciaparra right there to make the play. 2 quick outs.
So the White Sox down to their last out. Joe Creedy takes strike 1 from Brandon Lyon. One and 1 to Creedy. Walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Sox an out away from evening this series at a game apiece after a tough loss last night here in game 1. The 2-1 from Lyon. Line to center field. Damon moves over and makes the catch to end the ball game. A 1-2-3 bottom of the ninth for Brandon Lyon, and the Red Sox take game 2 of the series. A come from behind victory down 3-0. The Red Sox win it 7-4.
The Foxwoods chance play of the game, the 3-run home run by Manny Ramirez just back in the 3rd inning. Manny got a hanging curveball and hits it out to right center field for Ramirez, home run number 16 on the season. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
Well, with the win, the Red Sox better their record of 40-29. The win goes to Burkett, who's now 5-3. The loss to Cologne, 6-7. And the save, the 8th of the year for Brandon Lyon. Once again, the final score, the Red Sox 7, the White Sox 4. For Jerry Remy, this is Don Orsillo saying so long from Chicago. Now it's time for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings with Bob Rogers and Bob Tewksbury.
Donnie, thanks very much. This is going to be a fun show because the way things started, we were all ready to write John Burkett's obituary, but all he did is he was reborn tonight.
Guts and guile. I tell you, when you give up 3 early in the game, you got to hold them the rest of the way. He did more than hold them. 20 out of 22.
It was really impressive, and the Red Sox offense also answers nicely. A nice win in Chicago. We'll come back, talk to you. We'll also have post-game reaction from Chicago as the Red Sox win this ball game. W.B. Mason's Extra Innings is next.